everyone, it's Michelle, and today I wanted to just talk to you about how to make money while you travel. This is a question I get a lot, is how is my family taking months, years, and traveling full-time, and how are we able to do that and bring in money and live off of that. So I want to talk through a little bit of that, and then in subsequent videos I'll go in more in depth into some of the avenues of money that you can maybe look at. So first of all, none of these tips are going to be like easy income. None of this is like get rich quick. So if you're looking for that, wrong video. If you're looking for something to make money, to figure out, have some freedom while you travel, then listen up, because these are some good tips and I've learned a lot along the way. My husband and I both quit our jobs back in 2008, and we sold everything at that time and started traveling. We lived off of so little money at the time, and I'll kind of give some tips of what we did then, what we're doing now, and how we're kind of managing. One thing is right now for us, we have sold our house. We have not tapped into the money of the sale of the house, but I know some people that have sold their house and then live off of that money. We put that money aside so that when we are ready to buy a house again, we have it. Instead, we've lived off of some savings from previous gigs that we've done and saved up some money there. So one is to start saving. You need some kind of saving nest, and it can be as simple as just putting a couple dollars away. You just need to start. I think that's the main thing, is to start somewhere so that you can travel a little bit more freely, and start having these side gigs so that when you are ready to quit your job or travel, that they've already started to grow and flourish. So those would be my kind of tips prior to going into the what to do, or what are some of the things that you can do to make money while you travel. So just know that all these, really, I want to stress that they take work. They're not just like, I'm not just sitting around doing nothing, watching income come in. I'm really working at them, and I'm willing to fail, and I think that's another big thing too. I'm willing to fail to like make this work. I love my freedom. I cannot imagine sitting in a job. I love being able to travel, and I love being able to spend time with my family. And so those were all things that were really important to me. They were really important to my husband. And so we made a plan a long time ago to kind of get to that point and travel before we had kids. Now, when you have kids, it becomes like another step of, oh my gosh, I gotta make sure this is right so that our kids and we are not stuck. But so what are some things that you can do? So the first time that my husband and I sold everything, and everything, meaning like we barely had anything. We weren't even married yet. We were renting an apartment, and we just sold our crappy furniture and crappy stuff. And we had saved a little bit of money off of our jobs, but we quit our jobs. We started our own business, and we thought we'll just travel really cheaply. We went to Central and South America, Mexico, some places that don't require a lot of money to travel for a good length of time. And we started doing freelance jobs. So that's one of the things that you can look at, is picking up freelance jobs. You know, I had a marketing degree. Was I a pro at marketing? No, but I just started getting gigs here and there, and writing people's marketing plans, or my husband would take, little jobs here and there. We were using Elance, the platform at the time, which has now changed. So look for some freelance platforms that you might be able to get on and see what kind of jobs, and don't be afraid to call yourself an expert. Everybody thinks that they have to have like so much expertise to kind of pitch these companies and take these freelance jobs, and you really don't. If a company is looking for something on a freelance type of platform, typically they don't have a huge budget, and so they're willing to kind of work with you, and subsequently you're not going to get paid extraordinary amounts, but it does kind of give you some leeway, some flexibility to be on the road and pick up a couple extra $100 here and there. So that's one thing that you can look into. The second thing is blogging or vlogging. Vlogging are video blogs, and blogging is, writing blog posts and keeping up with that. None of these, again, are easy to do, and to start before you go is oftentimes the way to go, because you need to build up a following, you need to build up some content. Is really, really important. And you want to have a niche. and again, I'll go into more details of all this stuff and what we've learned along the way, but all of that is really important. So that's one way to go too, and just to share your ideas. And a lot of times the authenticity of who you are really can shine through, especially in vlogging. And so if you can be authentic to what your passion is, then it'll come through on video and really shine, and you can build a following that way. But again, those are things that don't necessarily pay all that much, but they help you get by. And eventually, if you do build a following, you get brands to sponsor you, and even travel companies to give you discounts or free trips, or we barely had any following when we started, and we got a company to sponsor half of our trip on a seaplane in Canada. And so that was really exciting for us. So don't be afraid to ask also once you get into it. Say, this is what I'm doing, and I'd be happy to write a review on it, or make a video on it. And companies are usually willing to work with you. They really want to see more of a following, but a lot of companies will work with you on something. They're open-minded, so don't be afraid of that also. And then other social media channels, like building a following on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or some of these other channels, I think, again, take time. But if you find a niche and you find something you're passionate about and you want to kind of share it with others, then if you can work ahead of time to kind of build that up before you go, then you'll have a nice following when you do decide to travel and kind of build that way. Now again, you're not getting paid to necessarily do that, but eventually you'll get people to sponsor you, and if you have a following, they're willing to kind of work with you more, which is always helpful when you're traveling, is to get discounts and deals on things, because it does become expensive. Now the fourth thing, and the thing that I think kind of pays the bills more than the others you kind of get some nice free and discounted perks, whereas the fourth thing I'm about to talk about, I think, kind of pays more of the bills. It's direct sales. It's something that so many people kind of draw a line in the sand and say, no, not me, I'm never doing that. That was me also. I swore I was never going to do direct sales. And I think it's because it has a bad rap and I didn't understand it. I thought it was me schlepping around a bunch of products and making my friends purchase them. And I don't know how it is with a lot of other companies, but I know with the company that I work with, it's much more about educating and then the sales just kind of come and you're helping people. It's really about helping them and educating them. And so I've had a lot of success with that. And that is actually something that brings in money, which is really helpful while we travel. And I can do it from anywhere. So clearly I'm doing it while we travel. And I started it though prior. So I built up a nice base of customers and that sort of thing. And again, in a subsequent video, I can kind of go into more details about that too, and how to get started and what to look for in a direct sales company, and how to go about that to travel. But it's worked out really nice for me, and I think it's only going to continue to grow. But again, I work at that also every day. When my kids nap every day, I'm working at some of our vlogging, some of our social media, and some of my direct sales. And so it's not like it comes easy, and it's not like I'm sitting around just with a pina colada every day at the pool. So I just want to make that clear, that this is not like get rich quick. This is work, just like any other job, but it allows a lot more flexibility and nobody breathing down your neck. You just have to get yourself accountable, and it can be a lot of fun. So if you're thinking about it, do it. Just start taking steps now is the biggest thing. If you can start somewhere, and then consistency and to keep going, because you will not be successful right off the bat, and that's okay. And if you fail, pick yourself up and keep going. The people that are successful in any of those 4 ideas that I gave you are the ones that keep going. So if you have any questions, let me know.